Hello everyone, the new character dropped today, so we will be talking about her in this video. Ruan Mei is an Ice Harmony character that scales off break effect on almost all part of her kit. This video will be talking about her kit, Lightcone, Relic, Eidolons, and where to fit in a team composition. Her skill opens a field that buffs all allies with damage increase and weakness break efficiency for 3 turns. The duration decreases by 1 at the start of her turn, so character like Si Li that takes a lot of turns would not have a problem like when she is paired with Ting Yun. 50% increase of weakness break efficiency pretty much means that 30 toughness break becomes 45, hence breaking enemy toughness will be a lot faster. You deal 100% damage to enemies that got their weakness broken as opposed to 90% when they have their toughness bar up. One of her traces further increases the damage bonus by 6% for every 10% her break effect exceeds 120% for a maximum of 36% additional damage bonus at 180% break effect. So at skill level 10 you pretty much get 68% damage buffs to all you ally with 100% uptime as long as you keep her skill up, which you are supposed to. As for her ultimate ability, Ruan Mei deploys a field that lasts for 2 turns and the duration decreases by 1 at the start of her turn, similar to her skill. Inside the field, all allies' elemental resistance pen increases and their attacks apply a mark on the enemies. When the enemies attempt to recover from weakness break while the mark is active, the duration of their weakness break extends by a portion of Ruan Mei's break effect plus 10% and deals part of her ice break damage onto the enemy. With DOT team, you can effectively trigger the DOT effect twice as opposed to once before the enemy recovers and attacks you. This mark only works once for every ultimate. Her talent is a lot simpler compared to the other abilities. She basically buffs speed for all other allies except herself, and when anyone in your team weakness breaks the enemy, she will deal additional ice break damage on top of the break damage you deal when the enemy got their weakness broken. Her technique basically grants her a free skill like Fu Xian at the start of the battle, but she will be gaining the same energy as opposed to when she is casting the skill herself, unlike Fu Xian. In simulated universe though, her technique grants her additional effects that make simulated universe run infinitely easier. After she uses her technique, any attack can reduce all enemies' toughness similar to Silver Wolf's technique. On top of that, the toughness break increases by 100% up to 2000% for every blessing you currently have. After breaking their weakness, Ruan Mei additionally deals 100% of her ice break damage onto them. For example, one of her traces buffs 20% weakness break to all your allies, so break damage will also slightly increase with her presence. Prioritizing her skill and ultimate first, then her talent. For her Lightcone, her signature Lightcone past self in mirror, is the best 5-star Lightcone on her. It gives 60% break effect, which is her main stats, and increases all allies' damage by 24% for 3 turns after she uses her ultimate ability. Furthermore, if her break effect exceeds 150%, which you should have anyway for her skill's full effect, 1 skill point will be recovered when her ultimate are used. You do get 10 energy per waves for all allies, but realistically speaking it shouldn't matter that much. Her signature Lightcone is really good with the amazing stats, damage buff and free skill point, but you would not be able to cast her ultimate ability every 3 turns. In my opinion, her best in slot Lightcone is S5 Memories of the Past. It also gives break effect and additionally regenerates energy when the user attacks, which Ruan Mei will be doing for twice within every 3 turns. Using Meshing Cogs or S3 and above Memories of the Past for Lightcone and Penacony or Sprightly Vonquack for her 2-piece relic, it is possible to use your ultimate every 3 turns, whereas with her signature Lightcone it is impossible to do so without getting the energy from a new wave. For her relics, I recommend going for 2-piece Messenger Traversing Hackerspace, 2-piece Thief of Shooting Meteor or 4-piece Thief of Shooting Meteor to have enough break effect on her. Since the duration of her skill and ultimate ability decreases during the start of her turn, having too much speed can be a disadvantage. If you don't mind speed tuning your whole team to fit in Ruan Mei, using 4-piece messenger is also going to be an excellent set for Ruan Mei. As stated just now, using Penacony or Sprightly Vonquack enables her to cast her ultimate every 3 turns with the correct light cone. So I would recommend using those if you are able to reach 180% break effect without using Talia. She will be prioritizing 180% break effect to fully utilize her skill, and any additional break effect will boost her personal damage and slightly increase the break delay on her ultimate. So as long as you reaches the 180% break point, it is recommended to go for more energy recharge or any defensive stats. She does have 57 break effect including her traces and passive, so you only need to get 123% from Lightcone and Relics. Broken Keel, Fleet of the Ageless, and Talia are also viable on her depending on your team composition if you are not going for 3-turn ultimate loop build. Ruan Mei pretty much buffs everything a DPS will ever want except attack without her Eidolons, so you can definitely swap out any Harmony character for her with the exception of maybe Bronya if you do need the advance forward. Every single DPS will appreciate her buffs, and her being a skill point positive character helps too. She buffs a whole lot of different buffs to all allies which most Harmony character couldn't do with the exception of Asta, who buffs attack and speed for all allies. Double carry team like Blade Jinglu or Topaz Jingyuan will benefit the most from this because both of the carries can now both get buffed. Using Pella in AoE and Silver Wolf in single target scenarios work similarly because you directly debuff the enemy, hence both of your carries can benefit from it. But with Ruan Mei having an overloaded kit, she will be increasing your team's damage and survivability by a lot more. DOT team also benefit from her kit because higher weakness break efficiency and break effect equals to earlier access to a higher damage break DOT. Her ultimate also gives an extra proc of DOT when the enemy is trying to recover while mitigating their turn to attack. Her E1 gives 20% defense ignore on her ultimate. E2 makes all allies increase their attack by 40% when dealing damage to enemies with weakness break, and it is not difficult to keep the enemy weakness broken with Ruan Mei. These two Eidolons pretty much makes Ruan Mei a support character with all possible buffs at this point. Her E3 and E5 is the standard ultimate plus talents levels +2, and skill plus basic attack levels +2. Her E4 increases her own break effect by 100% for 3 turns whenever an enemy's weakness is broken, further boosting her personal damage. Lastly, her E6 extends the duration of her ultimate by 1 turn, and increases her talent break damage multiplier by a whopping 200%, which makes her the ultimate support with actual damage potential. Prioritize her E1 over her S1 if you can only reliably pull one more 5-star when you have a S3 and above memories of the past, because this 4-star light cone works extremely well with her and enables the 3-turn ultimate loop. Getting her signature light cone does give you the leeway to not focus so much on break effect and opens up a lot more relic set if you do not have S3 and above memories of the past. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any question and I'll go through each of the comments. I will be comparing E4 Pella with E0 Ruan Mei in my next video because I am a Jinglu main and I want to get an actual data to see which one is better. Please like and subscribe more for future Honkai Star Rail videos.